everyone.
Where are we looking?
Are we live? We are live. I got a thumbs up from Pelham, Orion, and Ryan in the house. Hi.
Woo!
How's it going, you guys? It's almost Christmas. It's coming soon. It's holiday time here.
2 weeks.
Is it 2 weeks?
2 weeks from today.
What's today?
Monday.
Monday,
The 12th.
Monday.
It's 2 weeks from today.
Yeah. It's the 11th, right?
Today's the 12th, I thought.
Is it?
Oh, it's the 11th.
It's the 11th.
No,
Never forget
I know, we've been
December.
putting the 12th on everything.
Oh, you really screwed up now.
I did.
It's not. Nothing's
This day
valid
doesn't
now.
even count.
It's not a real day.
Not a day.
How are you guys doing? I'm Greg Tito. This is Shelly.
Hello.
We are doing just talking to you guys real quick because we wanted to make sure we were having everything that we needed, and you guys are all good. How are you in the chat? Does this sound all right?
Chatty.
Chatty, McTatty. I'm liking it.
Yeah.
Hi everybody. We probably wouldn't have a show if what is it? I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Oh yeah. All right. It lives. It lives. We're up to 11. Does 11 mean that the volume was up too high? I don't know. All I know is that I'm crazy town. Okay, good. Good sound from Random AK. So that's all I needed. Thank you, sir. I need validation at all points in my life.
Yes. That's
Shelley,
why you do this podcast.
exactly, right? So that you can tell me
You're great.
you're a good person.
Lift each other up.
Lift me up
That's
where wings belong.
Do you have resolutions?
Oh, way to jump right into the conversation.
you?
I don't actually have.
Me
I don't believe in New Year's.
I have goals,
Well, we all do, I would assume.
but it's not like a resolution.
Do you have like squad goals
Oh, yeah.
for you and your squad?
For my squad. Are you my squad?
Yeah, we got the Dragon Talk squad going on here.
Yeah.
So we got a fun recording session for you here today. This is the only interview you'll have with Shelly Mazzanoble for the rest of the year. Unless you can come and crash it after your meeting. Can you try and do that when Wolfgang is here?
But Ryan might not like that.
Ryan's going to like it a lot.
But then that would be 4 people.
I know, right? Cray cray.
I want Ryan to be on the show.
He will.
Okay.
Yes. As soon as he starts playing Dungeons and Dragons.
No, I think
It's a threat.
Nobody's invited me.
Oh, that's true. We haven't. I blame you, Shelly, for that.
we try to get him on all the time.
Yeah, no, he's constantly saying no.
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody wants to hear me. Nobody wants to look at me. I'm a monster.
So we're going to do that interview at 4 p.m. With Wolfgang Bauer and Megan Miracle. I'll figure out how to pronounce her last name when she's here in front of me. That will happen. But they've got a really cool product that they want to talk about. They just kickstarted it. It's in its kickstarteriness right now. But before that, we are going to talk to Ryan, Wheaton, and Lysa Chen.
Yeah.
We talked to Lysa before. She is got some good news coming from the D&D Adventurers League.
Yes.
As well as what she's doing on the socials for this holiday season.
Yes.
And that's going to come up right after we do our intro, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting.
Which we're not doing right now.
No, this is like I'm just talking to our Twitch friends, and then we'll do the real thing.
So confused.
I know. It is very confusing.
Right. Okay.
But I want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
I'm back on his BS. Yes, I'm back on my BS math test. It is true. I don't know, but I'm just, wait. Oh, yeah. They're all very sad for Ryan because he feels dejected that he didn't get an invite.
We try. He won't do it.
I know, it's true.
Not true.
Will you do it now?
We're in the pipe 5x5.
When we do the real
It's
intro?
like an XCOM 2 reference. Nice. I'm liking it.
You guys are talking about two different things.
The Trutro?
No, I'm saying nobody's invited. Greg's talking about playing Dungeons and Dragons, and Shelly's talking about having me on the show.
We could do both.
I just want him on the show.
Can we just play Dungeons and Dragons with Ryan on the show?
Yes.
We'll do that
We'll
too.
ask. We gotta just let him talk.
The sad part, though, is that this is our last Dragon Talk recording for
For the
2016.
year. Are you gonna do one like 2017?
Wait, what year
Wow.
is this?
We've
What
already
year?
had our last one for 2016.
See, I thought I was like doing the math, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna say 2016. Like nobody's gonna call me on my BS.
Oh yeah, no, but nobody listens to me anyway.
Oh yeah.
Are
Yes.
you doing one next week?
We are not gonna do one next week.
Okay, so I'm not really missing one.
True.
Okay.
Right. Shelly is flying to sunny Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Is it gonna be sunny there?
Yeah, it's gonna be 80
All right. Good.
and a sun.
Phew.
Sunball.
So we will miss you guys next week and the
I'll
week
miss
before. The Christmas Day. We're not going to actually record on Christmas Day, as it turns out, or New Year's Day, as it turns out.
Oh,
So we're
we're
going to
missing a lot,
we're taking a
yeah.
few weeks. We'll be back here in the recording studio. January 8th is going to be our triumphant
Yeah,
return.
you were like booking and booking and booking.
I know, I got them all booked up. I got January all booked up, you guys. We're going to be better at time travel in 20. That's my resolution, actually, for 2018. Is better at time travel. It's true.
Okay.
Yeah. We will know when things will air, when we're recording them.
You're not going to have like 50 of them in the can?
We're not going to have, yes, exactly.
Awesome.
We will, the can will be emptied.
Okay.
On a regular basis.
Then that's my goal.
If you know what I mean.
Ew.
I mean, I'm going to drink a lot of beer. Right.
Yeah. And a can.
And a can.
From a can.
Or maybe wine from a can. Do they make wine in a can?
Yeah, I think they do.
Have you been to the Admiral Theater in my neck of the woods yet?
Yeah.
You can get glasses of wine there.
No way.
Booyah. Yeah, so we went to go see Coco last night.
Is Coco kid appropriate?
Totes. With goats.
It's not like scary or too sad or...
I mean, it's scary and sad, like most Pixar things are.
Right.
Yeah, but not
any worse.
Not any worse.
Okay.
There is murder involved.
Violent, gory murder?
No, just more talking about murder.
Really?
Yeah, actually.
Murder?
Straight up murder. Now I'm giving it all away, but they all died at the end. It is about the Day of the Dead, as it turns out.
So they die at the end, not at the beginning?
But yeah,
huh.
all. I know. I'm just spitballing here.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to give too many spoilers away.
At the movie theater,
You
don't know what happened.
It's still coming. I'm still drunk right now from like 2 days ago.
We may as well be.
It's the holidays after all. I wish we were actually in some ways. All right, so that's enough of our non-podcasty banter. Let's get to the real podcasty banter, shall we?
All right, hold on.
Yeah, he's gonna get ready to record.
Not real.
That was real?
You just flipped 2 chords.
All right, you ready? You ready for this? All right, welcome to Dragon Talk. My name is Greg Tito, and I'm joined by...
Shelly Mazanoble.
Shelly Mazanoble is here.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Great.
Good.
How are you?
I'm closing out 2017 with a bang.
Kind of closing out.
It's true.
Pretty quick here.
Yeah. We've got holiday stuff on the brain for this interview, too, because we'll be talking to
holiday theme.
Lysa Chen and Orion Wheaton about the stuff that they're doing.
Very good.
And Lisa's got some fun D&D Adventurers League news to talk about, as well as the adventure that Ryan Wheaton has been working on. Holiday themed.
Holiday themed.
We just like to theme things holidays-wise.
Very apropos.
Speaking of holidays, what are you going to buy people who like board games on your list, Shelly Mazanoble?
Probably a board game maybe called Betrayal at Baldur's Gate. I saw it on some gift guides, so it seemed like a pretty good...
Oh, yeah, it was on the Boing Boings gift guides.
And others.
And others.
Yep.
What are some others?
IGN.
Oh. And
USA Today.
PC Gamer, I think, had on there, too.
They did?
I think so.
Oh.
Nice. Good stuff out there for board game enthusiasts.
Or if they're more into the Axis and the Allies, the Anniversary Edition would make a great board game.
I just started playing another game just now. I'm playing as the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
And I am taking over the Pacific as we speak.
Are you?
It's true. Yeah. I just destroyed 2 Japanese aircraft carriers around the island of Midway.
That's crazy.
Doing some good stuff there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But there were no lurching folks with skin sloughing off of them, which I was very surprised about.
That's good.
way to work on that, Shelly.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. But if another thing you might be able to get people on your list is Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Everybody seems to be getting it for the person on their list.
Find it.
It's getting its 3rd printing. There's a lot of printings that are coming out there. Yeah.
And it's been out for like a day.
I know, right? More people are buying it than ever. And I think there's a lot of fun subclasses in there that you can try, but also just a lot of great lore and fun in there, right?
Yeah.
Also, some of our friends, Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. Thank you for those of you who are tuning in to listen and or watch us from that. They have a new event going, which is going to start Monday, 12th to 18th, called the Simril event. And you'll be able to get Dadius the Scarlet.
Yes.
Who's from...
Betrayal at Baldur's Gate.
Now, was that a character that was created specifically for that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
For that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were all of the characters in Baldur's Gate were created for that.
Oh, it's one of the player characters. That's why he's red.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting it all together.
Who's your daddiest?
For some reason, I thought there was an NPC in there. I didn't realize it was one of the ones that you could choose to be.
No, he's a real character, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Nice. Well, you can play as him in Forgotten Heroes, Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, which is not called Forgotten Heroes.
No, but that's a...
We're going to edit that out. We're going to fix that in post.
Oh. It's like the island of misfit toys.
Forgotten Heroes.
Forgotten Heroes. I was once a hero. Now I've been forgotten.
Is that the John Bon Jovi version? I was Forgotten Heroes.
I'm going to do voiceover work for the Forgotten Heroes. The new digital game.
That's awesome.
Yep.
And there's also some fun stuff going on in I know, good segue, right? Into a Humble Bundle with a whole bunch of Dungeons & Dragons games that you can check out as well. By the time you listen to this, it will probably still be going on, so you should check it out.
What do you get?
There's Idle Champions is in there, as well as Tales from Candlekeep, the Tomb of Annihilation board game.
That would be a great gift.
Variant on Steam, exactly. Yeah, some good stuff there. But we are I think we should just get to a segment. What do you think about that? We didn't record a special holiday segment for this, but in the past we've done some Lori Should Knows on holidays in the Forgotten Realms.
Right.
And I made Ryan look for previous recordings, and he's gonna stitch it right in here, so you know about all of the holidays that go on in the Forgotten Realms, and about the calendar, about the 10-night. How there's each week in the Forgotten Realms is 10 days.
Whoa.
Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
What's their work week like?
It's mostly just you just work all the time because you're working on the fields.
Because you don't want to be a forgotten hero.
Forgotten heroes. Awesome. All right, well, we're gonna roll that Lori Should Know. Was that from last year or the year before? Last year. It's from last year, which was 2015.
Which year is that?
I make it very confusing.
Greg's year? Or?
I said we're gonna get better at time travel next year, not right now.
So
we're really bad at it.
You got significantly worse. This podcast.
Over the course of it, it's been getting worse and worse.
All of a sudden.
So let's roll that segment, and then we'll get back to our interview after that.
You didn't bing or bong.
Should I bong bing? I mean, I took a little binger to brighten up my day.
Perk it up. Hey, No, never mind. Not appropriate for the podcast.
we're past that now.
My mom was asking me all sorts of questions about pot.
Oh, because you're coming from Washington State. So
I think she was trying to hint, bring me some.
Really?
She's never done it, never had any. And I was like, Mommy,
I thought you said this wasn't appropriate for the podcast.
But I cannot bring it to you.
It's true.
Oh, not for me.
It's for my friends. At a premium.
Yes. All my senior friends.
All right. This is not admissible in any kind
It's
of... It's
legal here.
It's true.
I didn't do anything wrong.
You were the good person. You were like the lawful good paladin of commerce.
I am a rules girl.
Are you?
Yeah, totally.
Oh.
I don't like to break rules.
See?
Especially flying, I get super anxious because I just look at people and their carry-on bags. And I'm like, that's not going to fit. That's too big for the overhead.
Oh, I am the opposite.
And it drives me crazy.
I try to put it in, stuff it into the things.
No, because people like me that have actually measured their bags to make sure they're going to fit.
Oh my God,
I get bummed.
You measure a bag?
I have. Before I purchase a carry-on bag, I make sure it's going to fit.
Wow.
So, yeah. Because I'm a rules girl.
Have you heard that people should, or airlines should flip the script, as it were, and charge for carry-ons now and make people check bags again, because it slows it all down. It's like, totally it'll be great because we'll make people do carry-ons and they're doing all the work for them, but it actually slows down boarding and onboarding now because so many people are just doing carry-ons and not checking it all.
It's like, people, seriously.
I know, right?
Just pick it up and put it up there. Take it out and leave. Why is it so complicated?
I know.
And don't put your jackets up there until all of this. Why are you putting it?
No, I'm like, listen, people, don't put your jackets up there.
Like Pelham?
I wanted you to tell them.
Stuffer?
Tell the audience.
Don't put your jackets up there until they have decided that there's room for all the bags. They will tell you.
Oh, that's true,
You know how many times I've had whose coat is this? So my bag can fit there.
Well, that's not very nice.
No, but I feel like it would be such a good job for me to just stand there and be like, hello, hi, that bag's not going to fit. Hello, hi, well, have a great trip. Nope, your bag needs to get checked. No, I want that job. I want to tell people.
You could probably get that job if you wanted to.
I obey. Everyone should obey.
You should moonlight as the airline attendant and be like,
put your bag in that little thing to see if
you're
it's
like, I don't want to serve any of the drinks or anything like that. I just want to be the bag person.
I will be the bad cop.
You'll be the bag lady.
Sorry, looks like that bag is too big. And actually, you have 7 carry-on bags. Yeah, you're gonna need to remove 5 of them.
What's your encumbrance level right now? It's pretty high is the answer to that question. Yeah, mostly because you're coming from Washington State. So that was a really good segment. We learned a lot about the holidays. I don't know if you know everything about those holidays, but now you do. And you got them in, right? They're all in your brain pan.
Totally.
Yeah. Are you going to celebrate Simrel when you go to Florida this year?
I'd like to learn a little more about it.
All right. Well,
yes.
You should listen to the podcast.
I'm going to listen to this podcast, and I'm going to decide
whether or not you're actually going to celebrate it or not.
Yeah, we're going to maybe work some new traditions into our family.
I like that. I like that. Speaking of new traditions, I think we should call up our friends and ask them about their traditions and what they're doing.
Let's do that.
This December. Oh my God, by the way, we have 2 Skypes going at the same time, guys. You got stereo Skypes. Hi, Lisa.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Craig. Hi. Bag Lady Shelley.
Hi.
Bag Lady Shelley.
I know you would never, ever do that. You would never put a jacket in the overhead bin.
I didn't even know that was a thing people did,
They do.
and
They do.
I am horrified.
And I see
As you
them
should be.
sometimes put both of their carry-ons in there. Usually older, I'm going to stereotype here, but older businessmen, travelers, tend to take like their little computer
monster.
bags and their wheelie bags,
So
and they put them
insensitive.
both. I know.
So insensitive.
Oh, I see it. I
So
stink eye.
insensitive.
So we have on the line, we have Ryan Wheaton. Hi, Ryan.
Hello.
And we have Lysa Chen as well. Just want to make sure everybody knows the voices. We jumped right into talking, which was good to do. But
Good to do.
yeah. So how are you guys doing? How are you doing, Ryan?
Good. This past weekend was a ton of work, but otherwise pretty swell.
Yeah, you've been working on a holiday-themed adventure. Is that right?
Yes.
Can you
I have.
tell
It
us
was
a
lot
little
of
bit
fun.
about it?
Well, I don't know how much I can speak of it, but
Give all the
basically just
spoilers
like
away.
Is it out now?
yeah, exactly. I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Soon.
But basically, it's about like observing old traditions by celebrating them in kind of like a new way, and
That's nice.
about rebuilding and repairing connections. Real corny stuff. And it's uniquely festive and kind of goofy and fun, but it's not really it's kind of different than the typical adventure. But I think folks will enjoy it and appreciate it for its differences anyway.
I think it sounds like a perfect thing for friends and families to play over the holidays.
That's right.
Yeah, totally.
And it'll be up on the Dungeon Masters Guild soonish. Is that right, Lisa? Do you have any
I
visibility?
believe we are hoping to release it December 18th.
December 18th. Perfect
Okay.
for all of you holiday D&D players out there.
So did you make up these traditions, or are these traditions that existed and you just found new ways to celebrate them?
A little bit of both. Initially, I found a lot of the traditions and stuff correlated to the event that we use, and kind of spun them into new stuff and more fun stuff, because most of the celebrations were not super celebrate-y. They were kind of like sad and somber, and like, it's the dead of winter, things totally suck. So I
And there's a
kind of didn't
death
want to do
curse.
that.
There's a whole death curse
And there's
going
like
on
that
too.
death curse thing. It's kind of a buzzkill.
Yeah. Yeah, so I figured, less death, more not death.
More wine.
With winter stuff.
That makes sense.
Do they have
Yeah,
winter
yeah.
in Chult?
In the peninsula of Chult?
Uh,
No, it's pretty much in the tropics, right? So
Right.
it'll get a little bit colder, but not too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like, colder as in, like, it won't be in the triple digits,
It's nice.
during the night
Good
kind
time
of
to
thing.
visit.
I think.
And Lisa, this was kind of you were the dungeon master of this whole initiative, wasn't this? Is that true?
Yeah, this was sort of my first thing as associate community manager, was to brainstorm lots of fun celebrations and gifts for people, which I think is just good politics for trying to be everyone's favorite admin.
Oh, yeah.
But the
gifts in
idea
general.
was that, like, in the shadow of the death curse, everyone is banding together to make the Midwinter Festival something that brings cheer back to the land. Typically, it's a very solemn holiday about, like, building alliances, preparing for a really harsh season, but instead, everyone's creating these traditions to make it more about community and family, and with everyone heading to Chult to try to stop the death curse, those traditions are even reaching Portney and Zaru.
This is cool. Mm-hmm. I like that. And as associate community manager, you're also spearheading some fun stuff going on the D&D Adventurers League Facebook page too, right?
Yeah, so the festival, actually, there is this awesome adventure that Ryan has been working on, but it's really this this cool month-long event that is happening in the online community. So that includes the website, dndadventurersleague.org, the Facebook group, D&D Adventurers League, and also the Twitter page at DND_ADV League. And we're posting neat interactive activities and gifts that we're giving away every single week. So people should check back on Mondays and on Wednesdays on those various platforms. And we have some really cool things going on. I think last week we gave away an item from Lysa Chen called a snow globe, which is like a drift globe, but you can shake it and snow swirls around in it, and it leaves little snowflakes trailing as it floats around you. Super cute.
That is cool. I loved all the flavorful and punny, very punny certs that you were giving out.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait for people to see what comes out this week.
Yeah, I'm looking at them now, actually. They're very, very good.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So yeah, the snow globe was really interesting. Actually, it's funny. My girls, they asked for a snow globe because it's in like so many different like holiday themed things, and they're like, "We don't have a snow globe. We want a snow globe."
They don't have a snow globe.
I know, right? I'm a bad parent.
Jeez. Tell them to get on the
Monster.
Adventurers League Facebook page.
Well, they need to learn the value of working on getting their D&D trivia right.
Yes. Yes.
And then they'll earn that snow globe.
Yeah, we've got on Wednesdays we're posting our trivia booth, which is like this fun little survey that Alan Patrick has been putting together. They're really, really funny. Nice. When you fill those out, the next week we send out like special gifts to the people who participated. And the last week actually had a photo booth attached to it. So at the end of the survey, there was an email address, submissions@dndadventurersleague.org, where you could send in group photos, which I think that we're going to be sharing with everyone soon. But it has been so cool seeing all of the pictures come in. There are tables from Denmark and Moscow and the Philippines and Australia and all over the United States. And there's like pictures of just like kids around the table. There's pictures where people wrote in the email that they've been playing together for decades. Some people are in costume. Some people have really amazing setups for their game. I'm really into like miniatures and maps, and some people even have like 3D terrain. So it has been really, really wicked. Really, really
yeah. Cool. I hope you post those. I want to see them.
Yeah, those are absolutely going to get posted at some point. I'm not sure when we have planned, but soon.
Good.
TM, soon.
Yeah.
Coming soon. So for people who maybe don't understand certificates or how they work or how they use or what they are, do you want to just explain a little bit about what you do with these certificates?
Yeah, absolutely. So in Adventures...
You eat them, right?
Some of them sound like
they taste like Christmas cookies.
Do not eat. We are not responsible for what happens to you if you eat them.
Legal tax.
I thought you were the rules lawyer.
I know.
But yeah, when you play different adventures, you get the opportunity to earn different certificates, which represent different magic items. Some certificates that you can buy at conventions through Lysa Chen, who is this sort of like wandering merchant, are even like houses and properties for your character to live in. But they're really fun. I enjoy just collecting more and more paper for my characters. And the certificates for the Midwinter Festival are all special magical items that people can use through February, at which point they then lose their magic but are awesome little tchotchkes that your character gets to hold on to and say, well, I was playing Adventurers League in 2017, so I have all the Midwinter swag, which I am a sucker for.
Check out my drift globe. That's a snow globe.
Yep. leaves a faint trail of snowflakes. That's really cool.
I love that because it's almost like I was a MMO player for a long time, so it's like Blizzard's mini pets would only be available during certain events, and so you'd see someone, that would have one of those and you'd be like, oh my God, that's so cool. And it's very similar to being in D&D Adventurers League, being like, I have this Driftglow, except you're describing it. And so it's only in your imagination, and it's in other players' imagination, and you're making it visible that way.
Good swag item, Tito. Get on that.
And
Again, beautiful.
Magical snow globes.
And you have a very real piece of paper.
I know, right?
That's cool.
Can I give imaginary swag?
That's
basically
not edible. We've made that clear, right? Okay.
Don't eat it.
Don't drink the snow globe.
Don't drink it. Don't eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, yeah, we should start giving out imaginary swag. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't have any real swag
Did you
with
get
me,
that
but here,
snow globe I
take
mailed?
this T-shirt shirt.
I actually legit would really, really want that.
Let's work together in 2018.
Yeah.
Then we can make that happen.
Here's
I
your
would freak
T-shirt,
out
sir.
if one of my characters had like a beauty is in the eye of the beholder T-shirt.
Yeah,
Sir.
we can make that happen.
Oh yeah.
So,
cryptocurrency and just skyrocket the value and stuff.
ooh, topical.
yeah.
I guess it
That's
depends
the
on
only
when
one I
this
have,
one
so-
airs.
Sorry.
It's all right. Bitcoin's only using up all of the energy of Belgium or something like that, so it's okay.
It's Belgium. It's chocolate and waffles.
So Ryan, how did you get involved in all of this fun stuff?
I worked on a show with my dad called Titan's Grave that we co-created. It's a YouTube series for Geek and Sundry, and it's just like a giant RPG. Did a lot of like lore keeping and story writing and world building and stuff. And some friends over at Wizards of the Coast talked to me about it and stuff because I spent a lot of hard work building this giant thing, and they liked it. So they were like, "Hey, can you do that, but over here with this stuff?" And I said, "I could sure try," and I tried.
That's good. That's good. And we keep. I mean,
hopefully it goes. Hopefully it goes well, but we'll see what happens.
yeah. Your audio's cutting out a little bit, so that's why we're not responding right away. So that's. I'm still waiting for you to talk more. That's,
Okay.
That's the
Can you
problem.
hear me?
It's going
goes.
weird. Yeah. Is it on
boy.
our end or is it on his? Yeah, it's just the Skype is messing up. Damn you.
Oh, okay.
The Skype.
It's a good thing they're not paid product placement or anything. Damn you, Skype.
exactly.
See, we can curse them. It's okay.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Yeah.
so-
and this is your first
Yeah,
foray
that's-
into doing this for Adventurers League, correct?
Yes, it is.
Is this the first adventure you've written ever? No, but for D&D or
No. I mean, for D&D, yeah. And I mean, in this world, yeah. I mean, I've done some stuff on my own and a lot of stuff for Titan's Grave, tons of adventure stuff for that. Most of it is like fiction and prose based. And so this one was a bit of a challenge to kind of like tell, not show for the story and stuff. So that's it was a lot of work, but it was a lot of fun to kind of do. I spent like a solid 3 days just researching and reading up on everything in the world because there's so damn much. I thought the world that I was like working on for a year was big, and then I was like, oh, that's embarrassing. It's very humbling, but it's it was really. I did a ton of research on this tiny little area, and it took me 3 days, and then I realized the actual size and enormity of the place, and it's daunting to say the least.
When you have,
It's like, how do you guys hold this much information?
we have Matt Cernett.
that's right. Matt Cernett
His
helps
brain
us.
of holding.
Yeah. But it's funny to hear
Yeah.
them talk and go through like, oh, this is what it was like in this edition. That's what it was like in this edition and how it's changed. So, yeah, the answer is very carefully.
That's some crazy retention.
It's true.
But you got to have some creative freedom too, right? To do some create your
yeah, they
own.
do. Yeah, they're just kind of like, here's the setting and here's some thematic motivations, like make it about holiday spirit and celebration. I was like, that sounds cool, and they kind of lean towards the darker side of Christmas stuff because I have a tendency to do that. So I was like, Ghost of Christmas Past, and everybody's getting eaten by stuff, and they're like, that's great, but maybe a little bit more celebrating. So it took me a little while, but I came on to something better. So
You got to find the balance somewhere in
yeah,
between. Everybody dies, and everybody's having fun.
One side. Yeah, totally. It's like it's festive. They're all dead, and everybody gets to zombies all partying, celebrating. It's great.
Wait, the zombies are partying? I love that.
I mean, no, that was one of the very early ideas. That's not what happens.
Oh, okay, good. That was close. It was like going to be a Nightmare Before Christmas type situation.
Could be cool.
Yeah.
So I feel like you didn't want to give away any of the story, but I feel like we need like a little bit of a taste more so people can get a little bit more hooked.
I can say that it's well, I will say I don't know if I can, but there's a lot of it's focused on like the big event itself, and it's more about like meandering and exploration, enjoy the festivity. I did a ton of work on these games, so there's a ton of games like carnival style games.
Oh, cool.
And a lot of like festival based like foods and drinks and decorations and again these games and stuff, and so it's supposed to be a shorter adventure, but you can spend a long time in there doing a whole bunch of stuff, and it's that was the unique part of it, I think, is that I feel like it's more of an event than it is like a point A to point B adventure.
That's cool. That also does remind me of like an MMO type thing where it would be, hey, come in and enjoy this holiday stuff, and here's some things that are going on here, but not necessarily a strong narrative element. It's just like just be a part of the events.
Yeah, it's it'll be. I think it'll be a lot. Like I spent some time in the world, and spent some time playing the games stuff out, and it really does like time kind of wipes away. Is DMing us? You guys could spend tons of time just wandering around, doing a bunch of stuff because everything's kind of big. So,
I'm sorry, man. We got like 3 words out of that last paragraph.
Are you serious? Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Sorry. It's this. Our laptops are working overtime here.
I don't know what
is it me or is it you guys?
Just bandwidth. Probably it's my machine.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I mean, I'm looking at it shows everything's okay on my side, but it probably isn't.
No worries. We'll make it work. Actually, no, I won't make it work. Ryan Marth will make it work.
Yeah. Come on,
he's going to stitch together everything, so
Ryan.
It's like that scene from Sneakers where it's like...
he's going to add in... Ryan's going to say what he thinks you were trying to say.
Yeah, it's like, my voice is my passport. Verify me.
A very okay adventure.
Zombies.
I did not have fun writing adventure.
You'd be cool with that, right? And then if Shelly does any fill in with her vocal talents.
I'm just gonna look what
I
think
go
you were
for it,
trying
man.
to say.
I would love to hear it.
Yeah,
totally.
But I do voice work.
I don't think he knows your voice work. You should be doing some C3PO.
Oh dear, that's my C3PO. I was rocking the C3PO all weekend.
The funny thing is that your C3PO is not that far off from Attack of the Clones C3PO, which is basically like making fun of like butts and stuff the whole time. What? I'm naked? What are you talking about?
Good C3PO, yeah.
I'm naked. Oh dear. Anyway.
So you're like prequel level of good, which is pretty good.
It's an improvement. Nobody knew my Bert.
It's true. Your Bert was pretty low.
It was not my best. I haven't done it in a while.
He's gotten better. I know. Well, now that your kid's grown up, you don't have a reason to do Bert anymore.
No.
So what Muppet character voices can you guys do?
Yeah.
It's
Oh, God.
really quiet as we both panic.
I don't know.
You didn't know you were going to be asked to do
Yeah,
some
I'm just like,
voice
I don't
talent?
know. I didn't prepare anything.
So did we already say the title of
Sorry.
this adventure?
Oh no, yeah. What's the title?
It's a working title for right now, but Winter's Glow.
Ooh. I like it.
Did that cut out, or did you hear that one?
Nope, heard it.
We heard Winter's Glow.
Winter's Glow, unless
Okay,
there was
okay.
more words.
Yeah, I mean, if it cuts out, it might be a cooler title, but
Winter.
yeah.
What is
That's
it?
it. It's just wind.
This is just, you just got to
A
leave
bunch
them
of sound
wanting
noises.
more.
Yeah, they're just little.
That's cool. Yeah, and it'll be up on the Dungeon Masters Guild. And Lisa, you said the 18th. And also, I feel like we should talk. Okay, good. I feel like, Lisa, we should talk about more stuff that might be going on in 2018. Is that? Did we get the okay from Chris Lindsay to talk about that?
Stuff going on. It depends what 2018 stuff you're talking
The
about.
stuff you can talk about.
Yeah, exactly. Shelley's the rule follower after all.
I know the rules.
Do you mean
your new role?
My transition
yes.
into the associate community manager position?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So that was announced today. I think it was announced like 2 minutes before we started this.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Nice.
Thank you. I'm really, really excited, and it is super surreal, and my phone is blowing up with everyone being so supportive. So if I have friends listening, I think there's some people in the chat. Thank you. It hasn't really sunk in yet.
Nice.
Maybe
Well,
when I get to post my first, you can find the answer to this in the Adventures League Players Handbook. It'll feel real.
for real, exactly. That's when it all comes flooding over to you, and you're like, oh my gosh, I have such power.
Yeah.
That's associate community manager.
Wisely. I'll be
Alan's
watching.
gonna have to rein me in. But no, I was part of what I've already been bugging Alan about. Poor guy, I send him ideas every day, and he's like, well, we'll talk about it in the new year. Is just trying to figure out how to create more shared experiences in Adventures League, because I feel like that's sort of what it's all about. You're creating shared adventures around the table, but we have this awesome online community that connects everybody, and this really cool official play system. So the Midwinter Festival is sort of us dipping a toe in that, because that's something that everyone gets to experience together online, and their characters will get to experience it through all these little mini games that Ryan is creating for the carnival, which is super cool. And you mentioned MMOs a few times, Greg, and that was totally my inspiration, at least brainstorming for Midwinter Festival.
Yeah,
I think those are so fun. Yeah.
That's cool, and I feel like that's. I mean,
yeah, I completely agree. Many
people who don't know what the D&D Adventurers League is, I mean, that's kind of the proto MMO of D&D is that shared universe, right? So there's your D&D homebrew campaign, which is your own little shard of reality, and then there's playing in the Forgotten Realms, which means you're kind of sharing some lore and some things going on there. And there's the D&D Adventurers League, which takes that a step further and lets the sandbox of your game that's happening have rules and things feel like they're in the same world that someone else is playing, across the earth on in a totally another place, but they're still playing in the same shared universe of the D&D Adventurers League. So I feel like using MMOs as inspiration, and I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
Since they were inspired so much by D&D.
Yeah, community oriented focuses. Yeah.
Right. So that's really cool.
Yeah, totally.
So Ryan, we didn't talk about your origin story, I don't think. How did you get into D&D?
When I was my dad, Will, kind of introduced me to this stuff because he was playing with the books, and he's been playing a campaign with a few friends, the same campaign for the past 15 or 20 years, something ridiculous.
Wow.
And I was like, hey, can I take a look at that? And I touched his dice bag and learned quickly.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he was like, don't do that, man, don't do that. And I was like, oh, okay, well, can I look at this book and stuff? So I sat down and kind of just went through the entire Player's Handbook. I think it was 3rd edition or something, and really dove into it and rolled characters and kind of got me all into the MMO world and the RPG world and stuff, and it heavily influenced kind of my creative career after that. So I stuck close to fantasy stuff and RPGs in general. And even when I went off to college and stuff, I played a little bit with video games and kind of just made my way back around to making Titan's Grave with him, and a big connective experience for me, him, and my younger brother. And my mom doesn't really touch it much, but she's there for moral support in the background.
That's how I am when Bart and Quinn are doing their Star Wars.
Yeah, you're just I'm here for support.
I'm really happy that you guys have that. I'm gonna be in here.
You guys do you.
with the
Yeah, you guys have
doorshut.
fun.
Go Bond. Go Bond. It's important to have those memories.
It's true.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that Titan's Grave was such a family affair. I knew that your dad had worked on it, but I didn't realize that you had contributed so much, and then you and your little brother too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, my brother kind of stopped doing the D&D stuff pretty quickly. He was more of a friends and go outside and do things. I was not, so I kind of hung around with him.
Go outside.
But yeah, well, yeah, it burns out there. I don't want to do that.
Silly Daystar.
So, yeah, his original idea, and then we kind of built on top of that and worked on the entire story together. And I filled out a lot of the world, and he kind of ended up hosting. Like, he worked on the host stuff and character things, and I to maintain everything and integrate random decisions that each player made. And boy, it was a ton of fun, but a lot of work trying to. Yeah, as it went along, it was pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy. Speaking of a lot of work, your namesake Ryan has a lot of work to do in editing the audio for this video. Poor, I know. I feel so bad because you'll feel like you're talking good stuff, and we're usually able to keep this going, but there's just so many words we're missing.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can hear you guys totally fine.
Oh, so we'll just talk, and then you can.
Be my problem then. Yeah, I mean, I'll just be here. I'll be nodding.
Nice.
It's like a D&D adventure, like a riddle. We have to figure out what Ryan is telling us.
That's true. Right. We'll make the word.
Not all the words are in there. If you can transcribe this interview, you get a cert.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Really?
Yeah. I'll make one up.
I'm on it.
You're making up all the rules now, Shelley.
Yep.
You said you were a rules follower, but now you're a rules creator.
I'm a rules maker, not a rules breaker.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you touched your. I mean, I have to ask you another question because I have to. You touched your dad's dice bag, but then did you actually end up playing with him after that, or what was the first kind of actual play experience you had with role playing games?
Yeah, I mean, right after that, it was more of a joke than anything. He kind of scolded me for real for a split second, and then was like, "It's cool. I was just joking." But we sat down and he helped me make a character, and he's pretty ruthless when it comes to the roles. So my first character was just dismal. It was god awful, and I had to end up making a few of them by myself and tried to pass them off as, "Oh, I made them and they should work." And it's like, no, I have to see the roles and I have to be there, and so we ended up playing a few campaigns. Younger brother too, and a few friends. Over the years, it kind of dissipated as we main stuff, but it's always just been kind of like we started with this and played a lot of this stuff, and it's been a big part of our relationship and our family and stuff.
That's cool. When did you make the transition to dungeon mastering or game mastering?
Super recently, Titan's Grave campaign, and had a bunch of stuff that I had done solo, and I had a few friends that were like, "Yeah, let's play," and then they ended up being like 6 thing, and I had never done it before, so it was the first chapter we did. Well, the first month or so, we were just making characters and balancing things and inserting mechanics that would make the larger group work, and spend most of the time just balancing things. And the first chapter of the campaign took us 4 hours because I had no idea what I was doing. We battled 10 bandits, and it took but a bunch of studying and research and junk, and I cut it down to 2 hours for the next one, and I think I've only done it 5 or 6 times, but it was a ton of fun. It's just I'm not super great at the active story. They try and involve me, and they're like, "Hey, so what's this character say?" And I'm just like, "He says you do this," and they're like, "No, you gotta act it out, man."
Right.
I can't do that. I'm just read this page. Here you go.
Just do the read aloud text. Yeah.
You have to hire some people to act as your NPCs.
Right. Well, you could. Yeah. Right. You could do that.
Totally.
Get a lot of people do that too, where there's the dungeon master who likes running combats and creating the world and all that, and then is not necessarily as good as the portraying of other characters and stuff. And some people will take that on, like the Dragon Friends, for example, that we have here on our D&D channel. There is one dungeon master who does one thing, and then the other one plays all the NPCs.
Yeah.
And brings those to life.
Yeah,
It's so cool.
I feel like we hear more about this co-DMing thing. So
it's like co-parenting.
co-parenting.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, from my experience, like from my personal experience, I'm garbage at it. So, I mean, I would love to write the story and be a part of it and like interact with it, but I feel sorry for people at that point because they're just like, this is pretty dry. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, no, you gotta guide us along here. Yeah, exactly.
You can be more like the director.
So, yeah, I'm not.
Oh yeah, that's a good way.
Yeah,
to
I mean, it's a lot of fun.
The writer.
Yeah,
director.
it's a ton of fun. I'm just missing the expressive, outgoing aspect of it.
Sure, right. That makes sense. It gets better with time. Just gotta jump into it. That's one of those things. Lisa's got that in spades, though. You got too much character.
Too much. I mean, I think my favorite thing is conversing with characters and trying to bring NPCs to life. Probably because some of my favorite DMs have done that, and I could just spend an entire session driving them crazy, talking to their NPC and asking for the entire backstory, everything that's happened in their life.
Right. You're like, so random shopkeeper Jones.
The DM's like, I
How
don't
deep
know.
do you go?
Yeah.
I didn't write this character. I don't know.
Yeah.
Why
As
do
a
you
player,
prefer
I'm, like, notorious
round
for falling
bottles?
in love with every NPC, which makes it really easy to break my heart.
each one, you're like, oh God, I really love that shopkeeper Jones.
Shopkeeper Jones. So now, Ryan, you just need to have Lisa on speakerphone when you're playing, and then she can just act the parts
totally.
of the NPCs. Done.
Yeah. I've actually had a couple of my friends are like film buffs and like one of them's a director and stuff, and I just kind of pass the information off to them, like, here, read this thing. So they kind of put their character to the side and do it for me.
Oh, there you go.
That works too.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had both. My first dungeon master was more of a, here's what happens. I'm telling you what happens. And that I didn't know any better. It was the first time I played D&D. And then the second dungeon master I had was way more flamboyant and was doing the voices and like in our faces and like, really, really, really
Gotta go.
creative in that way. I was like, whoa, okay. Because none of us were really that, believe it or not that theatrical. A lot of us were still doing, because we were all kind of new, so we were still doing that, like, my character does this kind of thing, or I'm doing this.
Yeah.
We didn't just do it.
I still do that too.
It's hard.
Life, and I still do that. It's just a weird transition. Yeah, can't get past it.
Yep.
Makes
Oh,
sense.
but you do. You will get past it. It happens.
Maybe you and I should co-DM, Shelley.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Because I'm chicken.
Yeah.
And I'm too scared to be a DM.
And you're the rules follower, so you follow the rules, and I'll...
You could coach me out of my fear.
Exactly.
You could just whisper into his ear. Yeah, just whisper things.
Make them
I'll just lean over. I need to consult somebody really quick. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
And then I'll bring shopkeeper Jones to life.
Do it. It's just everywhere. There's a lot of good opportunity for that with Tomb of Annihilation because of all like the guides and lots of cool NPCs in there.
For sure.
So maybe
Bringing it to life.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, I mean, I mentioned before that we have a lot of podcasts already scheduled for January, and Lisa, you're going to be coming on again soon.
Yeah, you guys are gonna get sick of me.
No,
Never.
Not at all. In fact, I want to take credit for everything that's happening to you so
Do
far.
it.
Since we had
Greg
you on the
made
podcast,
you.
you're like, wait, were you on PAX Unplugged too?
I was at PAX Unplugged, and I saw Shelly demoing Betrayal, like 2 tables away from me, but I was too shy to say hi.
Oh, come on.
I'll do it next time.
Yes.
You got to tackle her.
Totally.
Okay,
Push
I
me.
will tackle
Push
you
me down.
next
Just full
time,
out.
And it is Greg's fault.
Yeah, totally blame me.
Shopkeeper Jones told me to give you a
This
punch in the face.
This one's for Shopkeeper Jones. That's good. Did you have fun at PAX Unplugged, even though Shelley was giving you the cold shoulder the whole time?
There's no way I could give her a cold shoulder in that super
my
hot
God.
room.
So fun. I think actually my favorite thing was there was like a DM improv panel where like Satine Phoenix was on it, and Adam Coble and Rudy Rutenberg and a bunch of other awesome people, and they were given a scenario to do, and they couldn't prep ahead of time, and they just had to do it on the fly. And I haven't laughed that hard in a while, and it was awesome. I also played some great D&D. What's his name? Al Spader wrote an adventure about the Beholder Corp. And that was a beholderlicious adventure. So many beholders. That was really, really fun.
Nice.
Beholderlicious.
Beholderlicious.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's a new adjective.
Sounds like a really nice bubble gum.
It does.
Yeah. what flavor would that be?
You know, eyeballs.
Eyeball.
Grape and eyeball fluid probably.
It'd have to be a little bit salty because of the tears.
Dry and salty.
Oh, gross.
Oh.
Like eyeballs.
Too far, Greg.
I guess so.
Disgusting.
I'm just thinking about anatomy and the fact that
Just trying to make it real.
Wait, do beholders cry?
Too accurate. Too
Aw.
accurate.
I
They will when they hear that.
I'm making all beholders cry
And
everywhere.
do all of their eye stalks cry at once?
Yeah.
I need to taste you.
Just some of them?
I have important anatomical questions
We need to.
about beholders.
Can Matt Cernet? Who can answer this?
I'm gonna have
Perkins?
to ask him.
We
They
need
Cry
to know.
individually.
Each eye
Because I mean, if
stalk?
you poke one eye on yourself, that eye cries by itself. So I feel like it's individual eyeballs.
Yeah, you got some logic there. That
Yeah.
makes sense. But there's
They can blink.
well, do you know how beholders procreate?
No.
Do you-
Do we want?
Do you know?
No.
Do you guys know?
I wrote it. Oh well. I wrote an adventure sort of about that.
Yeah.
What?
Tell everybody, Lisa.
But beholders dream about other beholders, and a baby beholder is born.
Stop it.
Yeah. I mean, less cute than that.
Adorable.
Terrifying.
Adorable.
No, wait. Do they dream like intentionally? Like tonight, I'm going to dream about some
Beholder
Betty
shopkeeper
Beholder.
dress.
and, or is it just like, oh my god, I just had the weirdest dream, and now you have a baby?
I think it works both ways. It could go either way.
No. Well, what about the beholder that you dreamed of? It's not their fault. You're like,
Is
Do
it
they have
is it the baby's
specific,
fault that it was
champion
made?
dreamers that they like?
well, if I'm just like minding my own business as a beholder, and some other beholder has a dream about me, and now I'm saddled with that beholder's baby, that's not okay.
But there's no parents.
What happens?
It's in existence. It just exists.
No, but do you even know that like you
pops out
sired?
of the dream, I guess.
Cozy on.
Listen to Lisa. What did you
It
say,
pops
Lisa?
out of
Yeah.
the dream,
Yeah, it just like suddenly is.
and then nobody has to take care of it.
I think they're like fully grown beholders.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And that's why beholders are so
Bolo's guy doesn't go
crazy.
into detail about the rearing of baby beholders. I think they're born
Yeah, I mean,
ready
I'd
to
be
go.
angry.
Oh, okay. All right. As long as like I don't know that I've got baby beholders out there. I just
Oh my God! You don't know that you have like 6 baby beholders out there?
you could have
Yeah.
some too.
Oh no!
You don't know.
Ambien to like.
I could have dreamed about you and made a beholder.
Wait, Ryan, did you just say that everyone needs to start taking Ambien so they don't dream about more beholders?
No. I said. Do they have? They can like bolster their numbers at some point, or
Oh, like intentionally create more beholders.
Yeah.
they just have a few that are really sleepy beholders that just keep going sleeps around the clock and.
How did I not know this about beholders?
It's one of my favorite facts.
They dream about.
Beholders like each think they're like the perfect beholder. So I don't know if they intentionally make more, because that would just be competition or.
Oh, right, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I think it's an accidental procreation. Yeah. No, I think I've even heard Matt or Chris say that before, because right, it's
So they must be pissed off when they wake up and they're like, God, another dream.
well, they don't even know where it is. It could be like on the other side of the world. It's not like it appears next to
A little
them.
bit sad.
I know. Do they have?
It's like right in
Are they
front of you.
friends?
No, beholders are like xenophobic. They hate all other beholders.
Yeah, they hate everything.
They just like goldfish.
They dislike gold. Well, the Xanathar is the only one that actually likes goldfish.
How do you know? Really? How do you know?
Contact solution.
Couldn't there be others?
I guess there could be others that like other things. Yeah.
They're
I bet
lonely.
the Xanathar has made other beholders that like
Where's-
goldfish.
Could be.
How would they wear glasses?
Feel
Like
like
if
a dream
they had
about
some bad vision, like how would they wear glasses?
I don't know. Do they all have bad vision at the same time? Or just one?
I hope not.
Has like one eye with like a
monocle.
monocle.
Yeah.
Well, we've gone into pure. I mean, not even like
the monocles.
we're in pure speculation mode about
We
what is
have
going
a
on.
lot of questions for the next lore you should know.
In fact, beholders are on my
This
list.
is canon. We're talking about this.
Yeah, this is totally canon. Everything that we've said so far is 100%
Write it
canon.
down.
Well, awesome, guys. It was good talking to you. Where can people find out, A, more about this adventure and what's going on for D&D Adventurers League, and B, more about yourselves? So, Lisa, why don't you start?
You can find out more about the Midwinter Festival and this adventure on dndadventurersleague.org, the D&D Adventurers League Facebook group, or on Twitter at @DND_ADV League. You can find out more about me at MercifulDM. Yeah, that's it. On Twitter at MercifulDM or LysaChen.com.
Awesome. What about you, Ryan?
What she said for all the D&Ds. Otherwise, yeah, I'm on Twitter as well, but that's kind of it. Sir on Twitter.
Well, we didn't
Say it one more time.
Catch that.
Oh boy, Sir Wheaton on Twitter. That's about it though. I don't have any other
Okay.
much more of a presence online.
Okay. Phew. At least that came out mostly whole.
Yes.
Honestly, your one-liners,
Oh my gosh.
and quips were perfect. Like
There's a
those,
microphone.
Yeah.
those went in great. It was when you actually had like a longer sentence than like 3
good.
seconds. That's where it started to cut out, which was the worst. When you'd be like, "I have something I'm going to tell
My
you."
mic's doing everyone a favor.
Yeah, I think it's honestly our fault. I think it's actually the bandwidth on our bad. So apologies for those of you who have been listening to this whole time about the sound. We will do our best to make it better. But thank you guys so much for calling in. We're really excited about what you guys have done for this holiday adventure. It's going to be called Winter's Glow.
Working title.
Working title. It may be something different, but look for it on the Dungeon Masters Guild around December 18th. Does that sound about right?
Alrighty.
December
Yeah.
18th. Yep.
Awesome. You guys are the best. And we will talk to you soon. And thank you so much, Ryan, for all the work you've done on this adventure. And hopefully,
Sounds awesome.
we see more great things coming from you.
As do I.
Cool. And Lisa, we'll talk to you in about a month.
Yeah, I'll talk to you in January.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
See you guys
Happy
later.
holidays.
Bye.
Merry Midwinter.
You as well. See you guys later.
Bye.
Oh my gosh. That was like hurting audio cats, but I think we made it work, Shelly.
I think so too.
Except for you're missing your meeting though now. You got to get your meetings.
1 minute.
Real quick, where can people find out about you on the Twitters?
You can follow me on the Twitters at Shelly Moo.
What about that company you work for?
The Avalon Hill.
Yeah.
Avalon Hill 2.
Boogaloo.
Boogaloo.
It's on-
Boogalicious.
That's on Twitter.
What about you, Greg Tito? Nobody knows where you are.
Nobody knows where I am. I'm at Greg Tito. I'm at Greg_Tito on Instagram. I've been posting lots of kid pictures up there.
Oh.
Yeah, got lots of Fiona and Edna having some fun in the wintertime. They were wearing their Beholder shirts.
Really?
Yeah, lots of Beholder shirts they're wearing. It's
Do we have
good stuff.
kid size?
I got extra small, and I'm like, oh, no person can wear this except for
Or
Chitlins. Or Emmy. Yeah, no, I got it for
Kids
Emmy.
and Emmy.
Yeah, exactly. Since
Right.
she designed it, after all, I guess I needed
Yeah, you
to
gotta
get a
give it
T-shirt
one.
in her size. If you want to find out more about what's going on in Dungeons and Dragons land, you can follow us on Wizards_DND, or go to DungeonsandDragons.com, or check out Dragon Plus. There's going to be a new issue of Dragon Plus dropping right when you're listening to this. It's the December issue. Mr. Bart Carroll's been working
The
very
December issue.
very hard on it, and it should be out in your mobile device, Android and iOS, as well as on dragonmag.com.
I want to talk to the artist
You do?
for the cover.
Yeah.
Because he wrote one of my favorite kid books.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Which one?
The Legend of Rock, Paper, Scissors.
Oh, I've never read that book.
It's so funny and
Oh my
good.
God, that's
have you
so
ever
good.
read it, Ryan?
The Legend of Rock,
Ryan,
Paper, Scissors?
have you? Pelham, anyone? The Legend of Rock, Paper, Scissors? No, not.
You know what my girls taught me? This brand new game. It's called Hunter Bear Wizard.
Whoa.
And I'm like, oh my God, that's such a great game. And it's basically rock, paper, scissors. So like wizard kills hunter, hunter kills bear, bear kills wizard.
Did they make it up?
Yeah, they played it at a party. And I was like, oh my God, that's so cute.
No
and we
way.
like you go back to back and you say 1, 2, 3 and you jump around, you do like bear or hunter when you point your fingers and you're making like and the staff with the wizard and you make like a wizard like aha, you're making a staff.
I'm gonna teach Quinn that one.
We played it for like 2 hours.
We play rock, paper, scissors a lot.
Well, I think the wizard bear hunter is way more on brand.
That. Okay, I didn't know we had our D&D version.
It's true, it's out there. All right, thank you guys so much for listening to this extra special Dragon Talk.
The last one. Oh, my last one.
No, it is. It'll be the last one that they will listen to in 2017.
Oh, there you go.
It's on the schedule. We'll be back to you starting in January. We're taking a couple weeks off, and we'll be back. I think January 8th is when we do our first recording, and then after that will be the first one. January, that's 3 days. January 10th is when the first next episode is. So look for us then on your feeds. Until then, have a happy holiday.
Happy holiday.
Rocks fall, everyone dies. I know, I don't have it here. Dang it. Happy holidays. Awesome. All right. Twitch people, we're going to take a quick break. Well, it might be a long break, actually, because I got to get Wolfgang and Megan in here. Shelly needs to get out and go to her meeting.
Goodbye.
Bye, Shelly.
It was super fun.
We'll have you back in just a couple minutes, but we'll be listening to a couple ads right now. And thank you for subscribing if you're subscribing because you're good people. So play those ads.
Play those ads.